White, because you can like see colours.
I think black, because there's a lot of concealment. If a room's black, you're more likely to have shadows, which means things can be hiding from you. You're not really sure like what's around you in a dark room, and then there's always the common fear of being in the dark. So I think black is the scariest.
Black, because I wouldn't be able to see anything, so I'd freak out.
The most intimidating colour would be black, because it's a very dark colour. Can't see much. Red, very intimidating colour.
Somewhere like isolated.
I think the unknown.
You're on your own.
Either in a forest, because it's concealed from the public, there's no one around to help you if you get stuck, there's nothing in a forest but sort of scary things, or a really, really small space, like a really dark tunnel, or anywhere that's dark and small, I think would be really scary.
Just if there was nothing, so like nothing that I could use to help me, like if everything was blank, I would be freaked out.
An isolated room.
Somewhere isolated, probably.
I think seeing nothing at all would be scarier, because you'd feel more on your own.
Can't defend themselves.
To see nothing at all, I think that just being with you and yourself and your thoughts, you'd be more likely to start getting scared, whereas if you could see out, then you'd have more of an idea of what's going on if you're locked by yourself.
See nothing at all.
You see outside, so then I can see a way out.
Marginally outside.
I think it'd be scarier if there was someone relatable, because you can relate more to them and be realistic.
Yeah, I think if a protagonist is more relatable, then I think if it was someone that wasn't like you, you'd be able to sympathise with them, or you'd feel sorry for them. If it's someone like you, then you could put yourself in that position, you'd actually feel scared.
Yeah, I guess so. As long as they're getting some sort of horror, I find it scary anyway, but I guess I find it more scary if it's someone I can relate to.
If the protagonist was relatable, I think it had more of an impact on how I felt, what would happen to them in the film. Yeah.
I would like them to be relatable.
I think I'd want to find out near the end, because, again, the fear of the unknown, I think that's the most terrifying. Not knowing what is out to get you, not knowing what's coming for you is more scary than being aware of what's after you, because then you'd have more of a sense of how to protect yourself, I think.
Find out near the end, because I quite like the shock factor in films, and at the end you think, oh, that was good.
I think if it's built up to what the protagonist is, so we learn more and more about the character as the film progresses, that's, I think, an effective way of doing it.
I think like Paranormal Activity, I think is just a really good one for getting scared, for not knowing what's coming, for being jumpy, I think it's just a really good good example of a psychological horror.
Off the top of my head, probably Paranormal Activity, because it made me jump so much.
Insidious, at first it is a demonic possession film, but the way we see the parents affected by how their child has changed is quite scary.